Hey, what's good, brothers and sisters? How y'all doing today? So, I just wanted to give a little testimony, right? You need to be careful what you say to your children and what you do around your children because it does affect them. So, when I was young, I would want to eat snacks and I would want to just do different things, buy things from the store, and my family was broke. They was drug addicts, right, and alcoholics. And the struggles everybody goes through, well, not everybody, but the struggle's real out here, no matter if you're a drug addict or not. The cost of living is ridiculous. They make you pay just to exist, right? You gotta spend the majority of your time acquiring paper just so you can pay to exist for food and water and a roof over your head, right? So my parents used to tell me things like, you know that water costs money. You know that food costs money. You know them lights cost money. Oh, you don't pay the bills around here. So blah, blah, blah. They be like, maybe when you start paying the bills, you can get this. Maybe when you start paying the bills, you can do that. And so I was 4 years old. I got a job with my mom's at the bar. For real. I would wipe the tables off. And I wasn't very strong, right? So I would put all the dishes in the little box thing. And I wouldn't take the dishes back to the kitchen because I couldn't carry all the dishes. But I would clean the tables off and I would put the dishes in the box for them. And I'd wipe the booth down after people left the tables. It was a sports bar. And they back in the 90s, they had this little vacuum type of thing, but it didn't have no electricity in it. You just roll it around. It was real lightweight. So I would sweep the floor with that little fake vacuum, whatever you want to call it. And I would also wipe the bars down, and I would just clean the restaurant, you know. Well, it was a bar too, so I wiped the bar down. And my parents taught me how to hustle, so I would hustle the people. Like I'm not gonna get into detail about that because it's not important. It's not real work. But so I'm 4 years old and I'm working, right? And then when I turn about 7 years old, they're always complaining about the bills, right? So I go out and I start raking leaves and mowing lawns and stuff like that, picking sticks out of people's yards, plowing people's driveway when it snows. And I would even go in people's houses and clean their houses. Back then, you could do stuff like that without getting kidnapped. So yeah, brothers and sisters, be careful what you say to your children. You know, it does affect them. I'm over here lost in my thoughts, you know, thinking about my childhood. My parents, they used to do drugs around us. And when I was young, one day, I was a little older, and I was like, you know, I grew up around these drugs and around all this drinking and all this partying and stuff, but I didn't want my little brother and sister to go through it, so I had a conversation with my parents, and they actually stopped smoking weed and doing all the other stuff around us, you know? But yeah, no excuses. A child is a product of their environment, and it takes a village to raise a child. So be careful who you let raise your child, who you let around your child. One love, peace, and fortitude.